Very clean fight. Una pelea muy limpia. Check your hand and good look for los dos.
And good look for results, says the Mexican referee. He wants a good, clean fight, and I hope he's right. The judges come from Denmark and Canada. Should it go the scheduled 15 rounds, all three score. And incidentally, the 3 knockdown in 1 round rule is in effect. So if one boxer goes down 3 times, the referee automatically stops the contest.
40 secondi.
So there you are then in the unearthly hour, mid-morning. I'm not sure how these fellas' metabolism will react to this. I know certainly from the safe side of the ropes, mine is in total confusion. Fulencio Obel has fought in this ring, in this theatre in San Remo, which really is a bit of a spruced-up flea pit, to be honest. They fought before in Boston in '81. And Obel was stopped in 8 rounds, but he blamed lack of road work for that, apart from the punches on the chin that he took from Hagler. Remember that Hagler has only had less than 1 round's action in 12 months. He defended against Caveman Lee, and he's had dented ribs in a training injury. Very slippery canvas. I'm concerned about that because this ring's pitched on a stage of this theatre, and some of the preliminaries that fought in the early hours of the morning have actually slipped through it. Oh, what a looping punch, and it did catch the foul-proof protector of Hagler, but he was concentrating too much to moan about that. Obel doing well at the start. He's a very capable boxer. I've seen him 3 times now in Italy. And lost only 1 contest of 39, the Venezuelan. It was inevitable that Hagler would have a bit of trouble finding range after being out like that. Exceptionally long reach, both of them, for middleweights. It's 11 stone 6 division. So a good round, I would have thought there. Look at the flash start of the #1 contender, Tony Simpson. It was quite a start there by Fulencio.
A very good start, yeah. It was very exciting. Fulencio Obel come out there very confident, and he just shown it at the end of the belt there, waving a Hagler.
So round 2 then, and the world champion's handler's saying get that first round out of your system, and needs to get some rhythm into his punches. He doesn't look as formidable there as he did when he dethroned Alan Minter at Wembley, and that was back in September 1980, and he's made 4 title defenses since then and stopped them all, including this fellow, shortened to Fulencio Obel. Some low punches going in there, but the referee's allowing it. There's slipping problem again there. Hagler was insisting to me earlier that he is really 28 and has a birth certificate to prove it, not 30 as put in the record books, because he said he cheated when he was an amateur to start earlier. Obel Mayas, in fact, is 29. Good right-hand punch, Obel Mayas. He uses that against the southpaw stance of Hagler. Good counter. Brings it, loops it up in the old-fashioned bolo, cane scything stuff, they call that. There it is there. There was an example there. He's very effective with that right hand. I'm amazed the way he's catching Hagler. And of course, we know that Hagler takes a good shot. A minute to go in the second round, and the challenger going well. Oh, what a turn up for the book so far. Hagler's got to really bustle his way through this, try and take the play away from Fulencio Obel. And the shoulder went in there, so it's all in run or not. Mexican referee staying away from the action there, letting them get on with it. In the first fight, Hagler had a little bit of trouble trapping Obel, but he seemed a bit sharper in that one, and he does so far. Now, Fulencio Obel, 39 fights, and he's lost only one, and that was the one to Hagler. He's stopped 35. He's had 8 wins since he lost to Hagler and stopped them all. I think it's an impressive box. Let's have a look at the replay. Tony Simpson, let's talk us through this replay now.
Yes, he's bowling them right hands underneath, and he hurt Hagler, I think, in that round, and I don't think Hagler's really in full control at this minute.
Round 3, and a good start by the challenger, no question about that. Don't get under any impression that Hagler's trying to carry Obel a bit. That's not so. He's taking some good shots, and he's going to get aggravated if this keeps up. You can hear the referee's instructions as plainly as the boxers, because he's carrying the microphone in his pocket. Just getting off a bit quicker now, Hagler. He's just sharpening up a bit, and he needs to. Definitely the right-hand counter of Obel. That's the one that's the trouble. So a minute gone then in round 3. Maybe it's the early hours of the morning that's making it a bit tougher for them to get into the rhythmic stuff. It's needed, of course, that they can beam this live throughout the nation in America. Hagler totally ignoring the right hand coming in from Obel, by the way. He's really tough around the bodies. Trained up at Devil's Island for many weeks, he was telling me, and even the Pilgrims gave up when they got there. They changed over and went to Plymouth Rock instead. I'm surprised how hard work really Hagler's making of this, because he's allowing Obel's reach and height and movement to confuse him a little bit. I must say I was almost a lone voice around here when I thought Obel would probably give him more trouble than he gave him in Boston last time, because he likes this environment. He's semi-adopted in Italy. Well, you can never tell with Hagler's expression at all, really, what's going on. He's unbeaten for 6 years, 58 fights, lost only 2 and drawn 2, and he's stopped 45. He's talking back to his seconds there now.
He's getting cocky. He's getting careless. You're going to start slowing down here.
Putting the pressure on him, Marvin, you're doing a lot better.
And you're moving your head nice too, man. Keep both hands up nice and high, man. You're doing all right.
Wait.
Coming out too early for work for this round. Round 4. Well, now let's see if the Venezuelan, unknown to quite a lot of people, people in the trade know him quite well. But apart from the fight with Hagler, we haven't seen much of him. And all of Hagler's title defences have in fact been covered by ITV. He's finding this fellow a little bit different to Caveman Lee and Vito Antuofermo and indeed Hamsho last time up. You don't get many 6-footers at the middleweight limit. Obel just about tips that. Champion's corner now saying, push Obel back, don't let him come at you. He's a bit more confident. That right hand punch is just as well that Hagler's ignoring it. But for how long? Obel has never been 15 rounds, by the way. And Hagler, in fact, fought a 15-round draw in his first crack at the championship against Antuofermo, who was subsequently beaten by Alan Minter. Tony Simpson, you wonder now what sort of pattern Hagler's trying to do. He seems a certain amount of frustration about him. He's getting on top just a bit now, isn't he?
He's much stronger inside, but he is allowing Obel to catch him with those dangerous right bolo punches, and he can't afford to do that because he get caught on the whiskers, your lights can be turned out.
Well, we'll see whose lights are going out here because the punches are getting harder in the 4th round now. I think the reconnaissance stuff is over and the battle's starting. So this is old-fashioned pro battling, this is. See, he was all right when he was on top, Obel, but when he's under fire like this, we've got to test now the grit and the test of wills at this level, I promise you, in championship fights. And this battering ram of a champion coming at you. And the crowd now really reacting because it's taken 4 rounds for Hagler to really start moving into top gear. And we'll watch that again in replay. Tony?
He's starting to come on top now, and his strength inside is much more than Obel's. And as he backs Obel up, he's firing good hard punches, and it's working.
Round 5, and you sense that Obel saying, hello, this man means business at last. I had it good early on, but you can't write him off yet. Remember that Hagler stopped 45 opponents. And Obel hasn't fought entirely in that class, really, has stopped 35. And when Obel seeks to grab and hold a little bit like that, you realise that he is being hurt inside. Well, there you are, nearly put the lights out with that swing, Hagler. must be a demoralising man to fight, Hagler. Obel's thrown good right hands to the body. It's knocked other people out. Hasn't made much impression on this fella. Really is built like a brick air raid shelter for a middleweight. Mind you, the fellow next to me has got enough muscles to be pushing me off the seat, Tony Sibton. This fellow's got muscles coming out of his ears, Hagler, isn't he? Hagler's not always a brawling fighter. He won the AAU championships when he was 20, at a time when Ray Leonard couldn't win them, so he knows a bit about the boxing business as well. Minute to go in the round. Good inside fighting here. They're certainly not doing too much clinching. This is the sort of fighting that suits your style, isn't it, Tony?
Yes, but he's certainly breaking Obel down now. And Obel seems to weaken as soon as he takes a good shot. He just seems to go into his shell. But Hagler's firing it on.
Well, that was it. The man who looked like getting on top, the first good punch he's been caught, and I'm wondering now whether he's even going to make the count. No, he isn't. The legs have buckled under him in round 5. It took Hagler a while to get into his stride, and when he did, it was good night all, or in this case, good morning all. So the 5th defence of the World Boxing Association and World Boxing Council Championship, and all the supporters here of the Hagler camp from Brockton, Massachusetts, well pleased with their man, who at least is permitting himself a smile, so he's human after all. Let's have a look now in replay, Tony. You see, by this time, Hagler's really getting on top, murdering him to the body. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bringing the punches down. And there goes the right hand. He showed it and landed, and he almost put his hands on the floor before he hit the canvas, and that looked about it. He was never really going to make it. So there he is, going to the front of the stage of this theatre with only 2,000 people in it.